This episode of Load for Off-Road Locals Adventures, we're showing off some easy to access local attractions between Kuranda and Mareeba, showing our mate Jack all the way up from Victoria why life in far north Queensland simply can't be beaten. Coranda is a picturesque village just 30 minutes from Cairns, surrounded by breathtaking World Heritage listed rainforests. We arrived early, so we took a quick look around at some of the shops, but I had planned to get a big breakfast at the Cafe Mandala. Straight after breakfast, we jumped back in the four-wheel drives and headed down to check out the Coranda Rail and the Barron River Falls. Construction of the Coranda Rail began in 1886. There were many challenges that were faced, but they were all conquered, with the rail being completed in 1891 and still used today. The Barron River Falls, also known as Din Din, is a steep-tiered cascading waterfall on the Barron River. The river system also supplies the Barron Gorge hydroelectric power station, which in itself is a great sight to see, but we didn't get to squeeze that into our trip today. For a change of pace, we headed up the Klosey River Road to check out the Klosey River Fig Tree Walk. Recent storms in the area has really knocked the area about, but it's great to see a good wet season in 2021. Klosey River Road is an easy to drive gravel track with a number of creek crossings. Always double check your wading depth before crossing in the wet season. The Klosey River Fig Tree Walk is a picturesque 300-metre boardwalk. There's a variety of educational signs throughout the walk, with the main attraction being the impressive fig tree. Simply magnificent. Along the boardwalk is a giant nest made by the ancient brush turkey. The male works diligently to create a nest as an incubator that the female will use to lay their eggs. This gives the rainforest floor a raked look along the boardwalk, which is definitely worth the short drive from Cairns to come up and have a look at. From Klosey River Road, we set off to Davies Creek. We'd received a message from our buddy Ryan, who was in the area, so we picked up the lad and continued on. The Davies Creek National Park hosts a wide variety of wildlife. We suggest visiting the Queensland Government Department of Environment and Science website that contains useful information about the area. For today's visit though, we were just keen to show off the view and introduce Jack to a great place to cool off in the hotter months.
Before I left the laugh, I got that door by hand.
good, is it?
This time of year, not everyone's up for a swim. I simply can't help it. I see the fresh water flowing, I just have to get in there. Wakes you up, makes you feel young again.
We're in the house at the hottest day. Yeah, the next one of these doing the hop dance. I've done this so many times and never got it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah. I like going.
We stopped for lunch at the Gateway Hotel in Mareeba and we're ready to head off and check out our last destination for the day at Emerald Creek. When we arrived at Emerald Creek, we seen there was a lot of emergency service vehicles. Unsure whether it was a training exercise or not, we decided to proceed along the track. Soon we learnt that unfortunately there had been an event where someone had slipped and fallen. There was a lot of equipment to be taken up to the top, so we're able to help local fire and emergency services with a couple of heavy bags. We then decided to leave, and our thoughts are with the friends and family for anyone who may have been injured on the day. Remember to always stay safe in these slippery conditions. Confident that we'd shown Jack just a snippet of what we have to offer in far north Queensland, we headed back to Low Fall Off Road to settle into camp for the night. For the next day, we had our great mate Matty coming up for a bit of a one-day, one-to-one four-wheel drive training session before he headed off down to Fraser Island. We're looking forward to catching up with Matty in the morning because we know the guy's a hoot. So we spent the day going through trip preparation, mechanical knowledge, wheel changing, a stack of driving technique, recovery techniques and more. We were stoked we could help Matty out in preparation for his upcoming trip. So all the best, mate. You're going to love Fraser. That's a wrap for episode 1 of our 21-part series for 2021. Where we will showcase our top shelf sites, four-wheel driving, camping and historical areas from our home base in Cairns. Our next series will focus on the colourful history of the Cooktown area. Follow us and subscribe for our future episodes. Low Fall Off Road would like to thank our corporate affiliates, Civil Safety and Training, Inspired Signs, Up North Apparel, the Top End Off-Road Centre and Client Metrics. Thanks goes out to our photographer and videographer, Tammy Leonard from Tammy Leonard Photography. I'm Anthony Willett. I'm proud to be presenting this series with Low Fall Off Road Locals Adventures. We can't wait to get into this project this year. Remember to stay safe on the tracks, look after each other, and don't leave a mess behind you.